All right, guys, let's take a look at a few things with Book Creator. If you got the code that I put on the Google Classroom, if you're stuck, you need to go ahead and create a library. So do you see where it says create a new library? If you click on that, you enter the code right here, and it should join you into my government library. So you can see I've already got my government book started, and a couple of you are working on yours, so fantastic. You need to make 2 books. One book has to be democracy, so I see that you understand how our government works. The other book you get to choose. You can do communism or dictatorship. You want them to be positive though, so I don't want this to be a book bashing those governments. We want to look at what is good about them to kind of make it fair when we're comparing to the others. So if you look through, look at how nice some of these look. Nice font there, Dylan. I want to give you a few reminders. Remember, go and look at my example. So if you check, I can edit it because it's my book. But if you go look at my example, I want you guys to work on making a nice, neat cover. Do you notice how it has my name on it? That way people know who wrote it. So I have my title that I'm doing a constitutional monarchy, which you guys cannot do because I did the example. So you'll have to create democracy and one of the others. But if you look here, I've got my title page with my name. And then as you go through my book, I have a background so that it looks like a nice final product and an entire paragraph. This time you're not doing slides, so you get to do sentences and paragraphs. Don't do just bullet points because now we're actually reading a book. It's kind of like you're reading a children's story and teaching them what all these different governments are about. So on my book, what I did is I went through the government grid and I made sure to include all the information from the grid, but I put them into complete sentences and added a few bits of information. You guys also did fun facts, and I would love to see those in your books. Few things to think about. A couple of you were asking me, because we haven't used Book Creator in a while, how I got my fonts the way that I did. So when you're working on them, if I click, you can see now that I'm in that text box. So remember, do the 2-finger click, and look, it gives me all these options. So then I can edit my text. When I hit format, that's how I changed my font and I made my text larger. Then you can have all kinds of fun, and look, I could put a shadow on the end of it. I kind of like that. I think I'm going to leave it. So I can center it and bold it and make everything look nice. Please make sure you pick a font that people can read. Okay, so then same thing down here. I do the 2-finger click. Mine was very, very tiny, so I made it larger so people could read it just like a picture book would be, and then I can kind of play with all the other pieces. As I go through my book, I have kind of a title on each page, like I would be reading a little informative book to a kid. So I have the same font for each of them, so it's not getting crazy out of hand. Now I do have to go back and change all of these because I really liked my little shadow. So I can go and snazz it up and make it look fun. And I have pictures that match the words that I'm using on there. You can see, look, nice, neat map that says where they are and the human rights, all of those. If I wanted to add, this is where I would put fun facts, and that would be a great way for you guys to incorporate that for me. But I'm going to just let you look at the basics here. So here's all of my information. Nice, neat book. Okay, so you're going to do the same thing, but now you'll do it with democracy and one of the others. 2 books due by Friday. So tomorrow you'll work on it, Friday you'll work on it, and then you'll have them done in here for me. Okay, if you have questions, let me know, but take your time, make them look nice, neat, and like a final project. I can see that some of you are working really hard on these right now, and there's a lot of you missing. So I sure hope you are all getting your work done because you don't want to be behind later. All right, let me know if you have questions.